The teacher accused of racism at a Northwest primary school wants her suspension lifted. Trade Union Solidarity and Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke teacher Elana Barkhuizen will hold a media briefing today. Tensions are running high in the town after a photo emerged showing black and white classmates seated separately in a classroom. Now, armed private security guards were stationed at the school yesterday. eNCA's Masego Rahlaga was there yesterday. She's back there again today, and she joins us live from the school this morning. So yesterday, Masego, good morning to you. We spoke about those armed security guards that were roaming around the school premises. Today, what's the situation there ahead of that joint media briefing?
Good morning, Michelle. The situation is calm. It's just like yesterday. The private security company is still here, but as the Education Department explained yesterday, according to the law, the SGBs of any school are allowed to make a decision on who they hire to protect the school premises as well as the pupils if they need to. The only problem was, of course, the firearms. They asked them to disarm themselves. The whole town, actually, Michelle, is tense. It's not only at the school. Although things are calm at the school, there are black parents and white parents who are, as they pass around the media, they ask us, do you know that this is happening, and do you know that that is happening? For instance, we had a parent yesterday who says she has a little child that she refuses to bring to Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke because she went to the high school. It's the same school, it's just up the road, and she says that there was a lot of racism there. She matriculated in 2014, and even then, which is fairly recent, it's only 5 years ago, they were separated according to race. Black parents and black pupils and white pupils used to go on break at different times. They used different bathrooms. They sat in different areas in the hall during assembly and so forth. We also saw another community member a black community member arguing with a white community member just a few minutes ago about how he's tired of the racism in the entire area, not just at the school. So it might be normal at the school, but the entire area is quite tense, Michelle, with people accusing each other of racism back and forth.
It does appear from what you're saying, Masego, that the school itself is a reflection, really a small example, but a reflection of that community as a whole in many ways.
That's correct, Michelle, and that's what a lot of the parents are saying that we spoke to yesterday, and a lot of the community members are saying that we spoke to between yesterday and today. They're saying that, the investigation by the South African Human Rights Commission, which was roped in by the Education Department in the province regarding alleged racism here at the school, should be spread to other schools in the Northwest, and in fact areas in the Northwest. A lot of them actually showing us, for instance, Michelle, yesterday there was a community member who was showing us that there's a certain doctor, one door at his doctor's rooms, one door is used by white community members and the other door is used by black community members. We did go inside, Michelle, to try and get an appointment for ourselves to just test if this is true. So we used the door that they showed us is only used by the white community members. And what the receptionist explained to us is that no, she says that what happens is that there is a door for those who have medical aid, and there is a door for those who don't have medical aid. Those who don't have medical aid are given a cheaper rate, and that cheaper rate comes with the medication instead of having to see the doctor with a higher rate and having to buy your own medication as well. We don't know how true that explanation is, but that's what she explained to us when we tested that yesterday. So we're hearing stories like that, Michelle, which are very disturbing around the community.
So, Masego, so many different legs to the story, but let's begin with the joint media briefing, between the suspended teacher, Elana Barkhuizen, and Trade Union Solidarity, who will be representing her. That's happening a little later on today. What are we expecting to hear?
Well, Michelle, we're expecting, because we do know that there were allegedly 2 teachers in that grade R classroom, what this teacher is saying is that she wasn't the one who separated the children. Now, if you remember, Michelle, just after the picture with the children separated according to their race did the rounds on social media and caused that outrage around South Africa, the school decided to share more pictures of a more integrated classroom. Now, what the teacher the teacher who's going to hold the press conference with Solidarity and with the support of AfriForum as well is saying is that she's not the one who separated the children. She might have been the one who took the picture, yes, and even sent it to that WhatsApp group that consisted of the parents. She might have been the one who did that, but she argues that her suspension is not fair because she's not the teacher who in fact separated the children. So she wants to be reinstated and to be given a fair opportunity to explain, according to herself, what happened, and of course to also probably point out which teacher was the one who separated the school children. Now, this same teacher, according to one of the parents we spoke to, a black parent that we spoke to yesterday, he says that his son was in her class last year for grade R and he's now doing grade 1, and he says he had no problem whatsoever with that teacher. He even went on to explain that when his son is sick, the very same teacher would be the one who called. He says that the teacher to him, unless hidden behind the gates once he's left, didn't show any signs of racism. But of course, according to other parents, it might not be this teacher specifically. They're just worried about the school and the rest of the area in its entirety, and they're calling actually for the principal of the school to also be suspended.
All right, you'll keep us up to date on that story as it continues to unfold throughout the day. Our reporter Masego Rahlaga live to us there from Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke.